We are Booker Nation, so I think it's extremely important to involve the not only the middle school, but also the elementary school. So I have written a couple of grants that allows us to participate using those two schools, and one being ME last year. And we decided to incorporate actually a colleague of mine, she was the art teacher at the time, and I said, hey Sue, let's get together and use your young students to create a story and then create a character for that story, and we will animate it in our motion design department. And she's like, oh yeah, that's awesome. So we presented the project to the kids, and they were super excited, and so they wrote their stories and they made their character, and we got the drawings and the writings back to us, and I presented that to our motion design department kids, and they were able to, they looked over the stories, they read the stories, and they looked at the characters, and I let them choose. I let them choose which one. So like the kids were so excited that they, their little drawings actually started to come alive. So it was a really good collaboration. It was an excellent collaboration. This was one of my favorites, actually. It was a really kooky, crazy drawing, but the student really did push it to the next level. I mean, all of them were very creative, and that was the big problem-solving issue, was how do you take this flat work and do something with it. We didn't want to compromise any of the drawings that the kids did. We wanted to just simply take what they drew and then animate that, okay? So the more detailed the work was from the kids, the more detailed the animation's gonna be, okay? So that kind of drove the process. It was just really, really fun to see the kids' faces, when they did see their work. Because, whether they had a preconceived idea or not, that kind of went away when they actually saw the work being animated. And I think that was a really cool aspect of the whole project. Just the fact that we wanted to bring literacy into the classrooms, both art and our motion design. So I thought it was really important that the kids made a connection between their story and the drawing, so that we could, make that connection with the animation. I really want to always keep that in our class, for sure. I wanted them to make that connection with the animation and, their writing process, so that they would get excited about writing. Because at that age, it's very impressionable. So if they can see what they wrote can come to life, then maybe they would be more apt to write and read more often. This guy took it really to the next level. He did a really nice animation here using kind of a cinematographic look, parallax, and really cute little animation to it. I thought it was really nice. My kids did not want to disappoint the students, and it was really important for them to not only complete the project, but to do the best they can with what they had to work with. So, because they knew they were going to meet them in the end, So, and I think that in itself drove them, to do the best that they could. it was fun to see how each animation turned out completely different style, and completely interpreted by both parties, you know, and how they wanted to create this. And like I said, some were a little bit difficult than others, but that's okay. I mean, that's where the challenge lies. You're not always going to get those projects that, you know, is easy, and you grow through things that are challenging. So I think this was a good project. It was a good problem-solving project. Super great problem-solving. I mean, all the stories were very short and very simple, but that was a good part, because it really stretched my animators to come up with something visually interesting and you know, fun to look at, because that was the ultimate goal, was to get the kids really jazzed about what they had done, and I think it worked out really well. Especially when we got the hugs at the end, that made it all worth it, right? And we gave the kids copies of the work, so, you know, who knows? Who knows? You plant that seed, you know, you plant the seed, and maybe they will remember and take it, you know, way a step further. I would love to do it again, you know, maybe not even do it as a grant, just that communication with Emma E. You know, getting the schools connected, number one. Making an impression on them, what they can become when they get into high school. I mean, I know you're still in elementary school, but when something like this happens, I think and I hope that they will remember this. So, you know, they're going to go on to Booker Middle. They're going to be exposed to film and graphic design, get more of that practice going on. Then they come over here and they, you know, can come to our program as well. Even though there's quite a time span there, I think that, you know, they'll still remember that. And those of them who find this highly interesting, or that's something that they want to do, will, you know, continue the chain of education to come here. I have had kids walk through from Emma E, and they're like, you know, I can't believe all this stuff and everything, and they get very excited. That, too, in itself, makes a connection that this is what they can do once they get a little bit older. Well, their job was to, you know, come up with a story and draw the picture. Once that left their hands, it came to us, and we were basically going by visuals and a story, and that was it. But then in the end, we both came together, and our kids introduced themselves, and, you know, hey, which one did you do? Because they had names to these things, you know. So they would, you know, hey, that was me. So then when they saw it, it was like, there was such a connection. I mean, when they, oh my gosh, because like some of the kids came up and hugged them, you know, like, oh my gosh, you know, you did this for me, kind of thing. So yes, it was a separate thing, but in the end, it was a together thing, for sure. We have been so blessed to have a situation like this in the Sarasota County School District, and nobody teaches this at all in the district except Booker High School. And now that we've partnered with the Sarasota Film Festival, we are now bringing in the digital film, which is a great marriage with motion design, because the kids are being taught screenwriting and film history. They're making films, and they're also turning that information into what we do here, which is storyboarding and animating, crafting stories, and making things move on the computer. So it's such a unique opportunity, and we partner with the Ringling School of Art in their motion design department. So what our kids literally learn at the middle school level, if you're going to Booker Middle, and here at Booker High, you can seamlessly segue right into the motion design department at Ringling. Not to say you have to go to Ringling, but there's lots of motion design and film offerings in any college, really. This happens to be the gym right down the street. So it's a beautiful thing, it really is. They definitely got practice in their skills. And they definitely got being able to take a flat object and a written story and turn it into something that moves. So that's what we do. We're storytellers, and we make things move. So that was pre-given to us. That was given to us up front. So then, just like in the real world, you're going to be given a project, and you're going to maybe be given a character and a storyline, and you have to make that, come to life and to animate it. And that's what it's all about.
Goodbye.